All right, what's going on, guys? This is podcast number 7, Santiago Sports Podcast. We got a special guest today. Casey's back. He took a week off because, he's just a busy guy. School, work, gonna be rich. Gonna be teaching the youth one day.
That's the goal.
And our special guest is Shawn.
South Jersey, baby.
South Jersey Sports Cards. Where in New Jersey are you from again?
A little bit south of South. There is no north, so south.
I don't know how there could be no north one. Whatever. But you're from by the fake Belmar, right? The real Belmar is down on the Jersey Shore.
I'm right near Philly.
Yeah, right near Philly. Shitty city.
In a row home, basically. My backyard.
It's alright. You know how I feel about Philly.
Nothing good happens in Philadelphia.
Not usually.
Bad things.
But we have a few things to talk about this week. Card shows and traveling. Shawn goes to a lot of the same shows that I do. We set up together a lot. We were in Philly this past weekend, and this is going to come out after the Nashville show, but this weekend we're on our way to the Nashville show. So we'll be out there. Shawn is one of the sick fucks that goes and drives to these big shows. I don't know how he does it. We also got Bowman Chrome, which dropped last week. Casey had a crazy first day ripping. Pulled we'll show you later in the video, but he pulled 2 big cards in 2 hobby boxes. We're going to open one of these. We're going to split it. We're going to talk about comps, what's important, what's relevant, what's not.
How to price your cards.
Yeah, how to price your cards, for sure. And we're also going to talk a little bit about how to sell your cards, or where you should sell your cards, and how we do selling them. So
that's a big one. Got to have a way out.
So, real quick, let's start with card show, since we got Nashville coming up this week.
Hell yeah,
you excited?
Baby. I'm fucking stoked, baby. I'm so stoked that I'm driving out there. What can I say? So
I've never been to Nashville. I know you've been there, but you didn't get to experience it because you stop at Chris's shop, Nash Cards.
Yeah, Nash Cards. Always stop there on the way.
So how far is the drive?
From here it's about 12 and a half hours.
It's not that
so
bad. It's
that
Chicago.
Ain't bad at all. It's a quick trip, couple J's, and we're out there.
Man, you're a sick fuck. But
what can I say?
Where else have you driven
Can't
to?
take that shit on the plane, so.
Where else have you driven to, show-wise? What's the farthest you've driven?
Show-wise, farthest I've driven is Dallas, and that's 5 times up and back. I've done it 5 times since we started.
Yep.
That was actually our first one together. But the farthest I've gone besides that is actually to every state. I've driven to every single state in the United States, except for Alaska.
In Hawaii?
Couldn't drive to Hawaii in Alaska.
Yeah, no, we've been
going to a local show this weekend, if that matters. Probably not. Going to Garfield. Garfield show.
Garfield's the best one-day show in Jersey, hands down.
Holding down the fort, aren't you?
I gotta stay local for the Santiago brand.
I mean, Nashville's, I think, going to be in. You got to come to one of these shows one day. You got to go to Boston or something.
Not. Maybe Boston.
Come on.
I got to get to Boston.
But Nashville, Hollywood Collectibles, rest in peace, Rich Altman, is basically right-hand man, Brendan, asked me to help promote the show, so I got to put my name on it, and we're going to throw a trade night Friday night, so that should be awesome. We're also going to vlog everything, so make sure you go check out the rest of the channel and watch our vlogs. But I'm looking forward to it, because first we get to host our own trade night. Yeah. I get access to all the autograph guests. I can't wait to cut a promo at Ric Flair.
Woo! That's power moves. It is always a movie. It's always a movie.
Sports, baby.
But that'll be fun, and I think we're going to end up going to Jimmy's shop again. So we're going to get a lot of content this weekend, pick up a ton of stuff. What are you looking for this weekend?
Nashville, I'm really looking for vintage baseball. That's my forte. But
Old
I'll also
City,
be
old
eyeing up
cards.
basketball because it's a good time to start making moves. We got the season less than a month away.
Yep.
So I'll be looking at some of the rookies, specifically from that 1920 class. I think we got some undervalued guys, and I'm ready to go.
They're coming on strong right about now.
Oh yeah. What are you looking for this weekend?
Preferably 2021 Bowman guys. Mostly close to release. You can find guys who really don't know who's good yet. Not saying I'm taking advantage of people, but if you have $50 on a card, that might be like a little bit more. I don't really feel as bad. But
any players though?
Yeah, any players?
Who specifically?
The Dodger kid's really good, Luis Rodriguez. I'm not going to give all my favorite guys so you can go buy them up. But
we charge for that.
Yeah, we charge for that. If you want to know, shoot me DM. $5 an answer. No, I'm kidding. But there's a couple guys.
Coming soon.
Yeah, that service is coming soon.
So speaking of Bowman Chrome, we got to rip this, but how has Bowman Chrome treated you so far?
The first couple boxes were pretty good. I got 2 cards here that I pulled my first 2 boxes.
Just show it. Come on.
Just show it.
Why not?
The first card is an Alex Verdugo. I'm gonna get a picture of this after. It's a Superfractor patch auto game
First
used.
Superfractor pull.
Yeah, it's
right?
my first Superfractor I've ever pulled, and I'm a Red Sox fan, so it's extra little.
Red Sox not even about to make the
Little
playoffs.
sentimental. We don't know about that yet, but it's an
Just
Alex
got swept by the
Verdugo
Yankees.
Superfractor game used patch
The Yankees suck.
auto. So, and then I pulled that, and then of course I pulled
Already dropped.
Yeah, already dropped, but you know, he still got potential. Luis Rodriguez, 1/75 yellow auto. Yeah, back-to-back boxes. I got those in. So
Pretty good.
that was
Pretty
cool.
good start to Bowman Chrome.
Hopefully, we get another one of those guys in here. Not Verdugo.
Also in the shop, if you guys follow us on Instagram, one kid came in and opened 10 boxes out of a 12-box HTA case, and
101.
he pulled the 101 Black Mojo, and he pulled the Pirate Kid, the Polanco Blue,
Verdugo.
huh?
Perdomo, I mean.
Whoever the fuck it
Verdugo,
was.
something like that. He's a shortstop. He's like 17 years old.
But whatever. He pulled a blue wave of him. He pulled the 101, and he pulled 2 reds in 10 boxes and a bunch of other color. I opened the last 2 boxes to see if I get anything, and I got fucking garbage. So, whatever. But hopefully this box treats us a little better. So.
Oh, before you rip that tie, what are you looking for in Nash?
And oh yeah, I didn't get to
stuff.
say.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
I look for the same shit that I look for in every show.
Garbage.
So, I look for stuff that I could sell in the live sales, PC stuff like Detroit,
Struggling?
basketball. No, doing great. Never struggling. I'm looking for like $3 cards that I could turn in $3 to $5 cards that I could turn into $10 to $15, $20 sales in the live sale, and then I'm looking for higher end stuff that I know I can make $50 to a couple $100 on. I'm looking for steals. I'm looking for deals, and I'm also looking for wax at a decent price so I could come bring it back to the shop.
So pretty much, he's looking for steals and deals.
Steals and deals.
Basically.
Put in simple terms, steals and
Wheeling, dealing, man bun swearing, son of a gun. Woo!
How you want to do this? Pack to pack?
Pack war? How about whoever has the worst mini box fist for the whole box?
What? No.
Yeah, if
Pack
anyone,
war? What do you mean?
No, pack to pack.
No.
Arpa pack.
Your mini box compared to my mini box. If you win, I pay for the whole box. If I win, you pay for the whole box.
No.
What? Why not?
if you
I don't
pull
do that.
anybody,
Come on.
Ooh, good start.
Oh, you should have.
Christian Hernandez on the back.
Bang. Tua.
He's the rookie I was talking about, the Cubby.
How about that one break? I think it was Mikey B. Opening Bowman Chrome and pulling an Opticala rookie out of a Topps fucking product.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
quality control is on a downward trend.
I don't think a lot of people realize that Topps and Panini cards are made in the same factory in Dallas, Texas.
Same fact.
I don't think people realize that. Not too far from the Dallas card show. That's actually in Allen, by the way.
Got a shimmer.
Bang! Tua!
Max Meyer, nothing worth showing.
Yeah, we got worse quality control and we have more production, which means you can't just buy all the stuff that's being released. You have to be selective
Gotta
and
be
you need
patient.
to get low pop.
Purple.
Low
Patrick
Pink.
pop.
Patrick Bailey, pink out of 199.
Let's get it.
Nothing in there.
Dang.
A little wander in the back there. Second Bowman.
Just
Oh, Wander.
second Bowman. Could be third Bowman, honestly. I think he was in 2019.
Sounds about right.
17th Bowman.
It's not a first moment. I'm not holding it long term.
Coon.
All right, we got our first auto.
Eduardo
Fernandez. So that means hopefully
Atomic.
Oh!
Rick Calvin de Castro. Atomic out of 100. Bang.
Not bad.
Bang.
Not bad. An atomic auto. That's one of the better.
Look,
autos
guess
you
who's
can
paying
get.
for the box?
No, I'm not paying for the box.
It's
We're
yours.
splitting the box.
Fucking pack war.
It's literally on video.
Well, you get your mini box, I get mine.
Mike Yastrzemski.
Mikey,
Dude,
yeah.
no, we're splitting the cards.
What?
Bro, what?
Box war.
Some sick
Literally
box.
not.
Ooh, Alexander Vizcaino. Oswaldo Peraza. He's good.
Last pack. Let's see what we can get.
You guys,
Nothing.
you guys eat your food
Austin
like this?
Martin.
Is this how you guys eat your food?
Yeah, food war.
You guys are done your food
Uh-oh.
in 3 seconds.
Bang! Austin Hendrick.
Ooh,
Carlos
It's not
Colemares.
bad.
Let's get it.
I think I win. You're paying for the box.
I think Tyler
it was
wins.
never.
What do you think this is worth? Let's comp it. Fuck, I wanted to go live.
I pulled a green of him and it was like $80.
Let's
wanna
comp
comp
it. Everybody comps it.
His
Tyler,
name is
let's talk about
Rakelvin.
comps.
Can we get some sleeves?
Mike, I think there's sleeves right over there. Right over here. Like on
Number
my back.
30 Brewers prospect. Interesting. I pulled a green auto of him.
Let's see. I'm just curious. One's on $41 on bids. 125, 127, 200 OBO. So we got like $125, $150 card in the cash.
Not bad. Been a lot worse.
Definitely could have been a lot worse.
What's that guy worth? Like $5?
I don't know. I'm waiting for a sleeve.
These are the thick ones.
Bowman's one of those products you just gotta let your stuff age a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, there's the guys that sell good on the first day, but, you got to watch out for the guys that don't sell on the first day. Wait a little bit, and,
Like Raquelvin to Castro.
You never know. I'm gonna see what
the
this
worst
goes
thing you
for.
could do is rip an expensive box of Bowman, not
just
pull one of
sell
the
it.
chase cards, and then sell everything. If you don't pull a chase, you hold, and you hope your guys mature over time, and you might have the next Mike Trout in there. Be glad you didn't sell it for $20.
Well, it happens.
It does happen.
I'll take it because Casey's paying for the box.
That's why
so.
I keep my first Bowman, so I
It's
put them
very
in a
not
box
true.
and wait for them to pop.
I don't think you ever heard what a box score was, but it's all good. It's all good. Next up,
Salt.
comps. So like what we just did, we just comped the card. Raquelvin de Castro, brand new product, sells for 2 comps at 125, 127, 200 OBO. So if I go to put this at a show, I'm not an idiot to put it out for 130 or 140 because people are like, oh, comps do like this, I'll give you 120. That's how you get close to comps. So, especially on a card like that, what do you think about? What do you think about putting cards out over comps?
I think you have to be selective. I mean, obviously you want to be as competitive as you can with your cards, but if you know that the card you have is going to age right and it's going to, turn out the way you think it's going to, you stay fair to your price and you don't budge on the last comp.
Yeah.
Comp doesn't dictate the exact value of your card, it just gives a guideline.
Exactly.
Very
well said.
Yeah, my thing with comps is, all right, if you're like $30, $40 over comps, like, it's not...
We are not sponsored by Fireball.
That is not terrible, but when I have a problem, say the card's a $100 card, and then you're saying 200, and then I say, like, oh, last comp's 100, and you're like, oh, I'd rather hold it. Like, one, it shouldn't be in the showcase then, because that's happened to me a lot. I remember Hofstra show, there was this guy, he had, like, $250 and $100 card.
You were telling me about this.
And he got mad at me when I told him what the comps were. And I told him, I was like, there's another card down this row for $150 less than what you're selling it for. And he was like, oh, point out the guy and I'm going to go buy it. I'm like, okay, dude. Like, I'm just going to... That's a good way for somebody to, one, never come back to your table. And two, you just lost the customer being unrealistic.
Well, I feel like another thing is a lot of people are like, oh, I could buy it for less on eBay.
Go buy it on eBay.
Go buy it. Like,
go buy it on eBay.
Because you probably don't want to pay that price either. And then you're going to go on eBay and buy it. You're going to pay shipping most likely. And then you're going to pay tax. So $100 card turns into, $115 after tax and shipping. Meanwhile, you could just pay the guys $100 and not have to worry about any of that shit. You don't have to worry about it, getting lost in the mail or anything either. So a lot of people just don't seem to understand, and not everyone always will. So I think people just need to use their common sense a little more. A lot of people just feel entitled to deals right away. That's like when people walk in here sometimes like, oh, you're over comps or something, and it'll be a card I've had in there for a while. For example, I have a Dak Prescott blue, right? At a 199 2016 Prism rookie. Guys like, oh, last one sold. It wasn't even the last one. One sold for like $385 in not August. It was June. I'm like, buddy, do you know what month it is? He goes, yeah, it's September. I'm like, was football going on in fucking June? No,
was he
it
throwing
wasn't.
For 300 yards?
No.
No.
It's just a good example.
That's
comps
like,
always change.
It's irrelevant. Like, people bring up the most irrelevant comps, and it's funny to me when I catch people bringing up comps that are old and outdated. Because I'm like, you're like trying to pull something on me here. Like, I don't appreciate that. Like, I know what the fucking comps are, especially if I'm looking at the same ones as you, and you're just going to the lowest ones to try and help your cause. Be honest with me, like, they're going for here then, like months ago, and then now they're here. Can we meet somewhere? It's all about, establishing like that relationship too, with like being fair with each other. Because at the end of the day, you want everybody to eat. That's like one of your big things.
Everybody's got to eat. But to circle back to your previous point there on the comps, it's a lot easier to say, hey, find one on eBay when your card is rare and it's serial numbered and there's not many out there.
Exactly.
If you're selling Josh Allen
supply
PSA
and
9s,
demand.
exactly.
Man, supply and demand.
Exactly.
If the card's rare, it's going to sell for more. There's gonna, obviously, if the card's out of 50, there aren't going to be many comps. especially if a guy's hot. There's either going to be a lot because he's hot and people are looking to sell, or he's hot and people are waiting until or think he has a better chance to keep going up.
And also, I think it's funny sometimes. I don't buy a lot on eBay anymore, but it used to happen to me when I bought on eBay. For example, you'll buy a card on eBay for $100 and you're trying to sell for $200. It's the only comp. You're like, oh, it sold for $100. Like, I bought that. Like, oh, so like, can you do $100? No, I fucking bought the card for that. I got a good deal on it. It doesn't mean you get a deal. You work with them, but it's another thing with like entitlement in the hobby. Shit like that really grinds my gears.
Grinds his gears.
My gears.
What grinds your gears, Shawn? What's the most annoying thing that happened to you this weekend at the Philly show?
At the Philly show, most annoying thing was having a softball game and missing Sunday.
That was right.
Because Sunday's an important day.
Any just customers that like rubbed you the wrong way? Or?
I don't think anyone particularly at Philly rubbed me wrong, but there's definitely instances where people rub you wrong, and really comps is one of the subjects that it boils down to.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they try to cut you down on comps, but they're like firm 100% eBay on comps.
Yeah.
Like your cards are $300, they want to pay $200, but their $300 card they want $300 on. That if I'm gonna budge, and you're not gonna budge, I don't see a deal making, or a deal coming from that. So if a guy's going to be fair with you on comps, it doesn't hurt to budge a little bit. Not that you have to sell a card that's $300 for $250 per se, but somewhere where you're comfortable at. And basically, especially in shows like in person, people want to wiggle.
Of course.
They want that wiggle room. If you have $350 on a card, not most of the time they're not just gonna be like, you know what, I'll take it.
Exactly. And
they're always going to say something.
You have to expect as a seller not, your stuff isn't going to sell for sticker. So
every time.
Yeah, your stickers got to be according. They got to be around comps, and that way you have room to work and you're not pinning yourself down.
That's one thing that annoys me. A lot of people on Instagram will be like, oh, everything was overpriced at the show I went to. Okay. So how did you approach the show? Did you just go up to the tables, look at the prices, not say anything to the dealer, and just look at me like, oh, he has this fucking Luis Rodriguez. Last one sold for $2,400, but he has it at $2,600. Did you talk to him and ask him to go lower? Did you make a relationship with the guy? Do you know how to talk to people? That's what's like lost in like even our generation and like the younger kids. They just don't know how to talk to people. And negotiations, it's a fucking art. Like
a little bit of
people don't know how to negotiate, man. It's that simple.
And you'd be surprised what somebody will do for you after a little conversation. It changes the whole mood.
I've bought cards that were marked at like $400 and ended up paying like $150 for them before, just because I'm like, hey, the comps are a little low, stuff like that. But I want to buy a bunch of other stuff from the guy. If you got money in your hand, most of the times people are gonna want to take your money and make money.
Of course.
You also got to know who you're dealing with. It's about reading people. If you can't read people, you can't talk to people. You're gonna have trouble going to a show if you think everything's overpriced. Stuff might be overpriced, but
you gotta work it.
I mean, you also a big thing for me is like you kind of have to read the person.
Mm-hmm.
If a guy's walking up to your table and like he's eyeing that card down, like that big card you have in the showcase, you can kind of hold firm on that price a little bit, because you can tell he wants the card.
Mm-hmm.
But if a guy's asking about a bunch of different things and you kind of can't tell, you kind of just got to play it out and go from that.
And if the card hasn't got any looks all weekend, you're a lot more enticed to take that low ball offer on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially the 3-day shows. You had a card all weekend. Nobody asked about it Friday, Saturday. Then Sunday comes. The guy goes, oh, it's a really cool. Starts talking it up.
You're like, ooh, finally.
You got 400 on it? Yeah. I'll do 325. I want
You hear it all the time, especially in Philly. Like, oh, I just got here. Like, I'm just setting up now. I want $400 for it, and then they'll make you an offer and be like, listen, come back Sunday. If I still have the card, then maybe we can do something for it.
And if they still have it Sunday, get it for a little better price. Why not?
It's a good way to go about it because you don't want to leave money on the table.
Sometimes you got to be patient.
You got any quick little transition? Do you got anything that you picked up recently that you want to show?
I picked up a couple of nice Brady's this weekend.
Ooh.
Not autos.
I got the pleasure of watching this deal go down.
Yeah, the guy was like, he was a cool dude. I think it's I Like Sports Cards, or it's his buddy. I forget his Instagram.
Cool dude.
But he goes, we came to your table first. We wanted to show you some stuff. He had some really nice high-end stuff. I didn't buy anything super high-end, but I bought some high-end Brady's. The first one is a 2003 playoff absolute memorabilia, Tom Brady Pro Ball souvenirs. game worn patch. This one also happens to have the star in it, and I believe Brady actually played in like 3 or 4 Pro Bowls, and what?
Because he's in so many Super Bowls.
Yeah, well, also he's in a lot of Super Bowls, and also when he's missing it, he doesn't want to play. He wants time off for his family. So the cool thing that Playoff used to do,
typical winner.
Playoff, they used to put a picture of the jersey on the back. So you have the exact jersey, a picture of it, where the patch came from. So this card is realistically with a not as good patch. It's probably a $500 card. This is graded a PSA 8 and has that star, so I value it at like $2,000. I paid more than $500 for it. I'll be honest with you. I'm not gonna tell you what I paid, but this is a good card to hold on to because Brady's a fucking goat. Let's go back and forth.
All right.
You already showed him your polls, but what did you pick up?
Next card, I'm gonna stick with the Brady theme. I picked this one up the other couple weeks ago. It's a Tom Brady case hit stained glass PSA 9. I picked this up just because it's a Mosaic. It was like one of Brady's. I believe it's his first card. I was in the Bucks uni. I remember when Mosaic came out. That was like the big thing. Everybody wanted the first Brady card on the Bucks because he's the GOAT.
Tampa Bay.
So this is a little. I had to get it just because it's the case hit for Mosaic. It's the first Brady card out there, and it's his first case hit on the Bucks. So I feel like this is a sleeper play.
And it's a first-year product.
Yeah, first-year product, yeah. Or hobby, yeah, you're right.
I'm going to go back to the Brady pickups. I already posted it on... I posted them together on IG. I didn't give it a single post, but this is a 2001 Pacific Prism Atomic. Prism is spelled the way it's actually supposed to be. Prism, not ZM. So this is a 2001. Tom Brady only has 4 cards in 2001 because in 2000, that's his rookie year. Nobody thought anything of him. He was just... The way Pacific made cards back then, they were making cards of almost everyone. Like, Corey Schlesinger is my favorite Detroit Lion of all time. Nobody knows who the fuck he is unless they're actually a Lions fan or a Nebraska Cornhuskers fan. But he barely had any cards. This is a kind of product that would make cards of people that nobody really cared about.
But they were cool.
But they were fucking cool. So this is a game-used 4-color. It has a small window, but it's 4-color patch. Second year. So the reason it's so valuable... because it's 4-color, game used, second year. One of about 4 or 5 cards from 2001. A lot of people consider 2002 to be Brady's second year stuff, but it's not. It's 01. He just doesn't have a lot of cards, and people just assume, 02's second year because that's, the first year he actually played.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, I picked up both of these in the same lot, both Brady's. It's graded a PSA 5, so it has a little crease by, like, the window of the patch. I think it's still undergraded. I think it should be at least a 7 with that. So, but yeah, this is a nice card. A BGS 8.5 with a 3-color patch just sold for like $4,600.
Wow.
I still think this is worth a little more as a PSA 5 because it has 4 colors. It's the nicest patch I've seen of anyone on eBay. So,
that's dope.
Pretty sick.
Sticking with the football theme, next card I actually got this.
Garbage.
I got this in from a blaster. Shout out to Card Hunters for pulling me this.
Bang.
It's Trey Lance, out of this world cubic out of 50. I pulled this out of a blaster. I'm a Niners fan. A little weird, but especially in Jersey. But this card's super sick. I don't know when he's gonna play, but I know you spend a 3rd overall pick. He's gonna play eventually, so I'm pretty high on him. I can't wait to see what he's gonna do.
What else? Show another one.
I'm just going to show another one. I got this recently, too. Shout out to Spalding Sports Cards for this.
Spalding's finest. Doug.
Messed up his name, but
come on.
He knows it's all love. I got this from him in a deal. It's a Justin Herbert red optic rookie auto out of 50. I love it. The auto's clean. It's on card, and it's out of 50. So, and then the last pickup I got... it's a little baseball. I've had this for a while, but I haven't had a, podcast in a while. It's a Luis Robert Sapphire Bowman Chrome PSA 10. Again, he's killing it right now, and he's on a good team that has a good shot to go deep in the playoffs. He's in like 370 since he came back from injury. I mean, I could be up, could be low on that, but I know he's hitting the hell out of the ball, so he's one of those guys I like a lot.
And Shawn didn't really bring any of his cards. I know he sold a few nice ones this weekend. He sold the Mantle.
Yeah, I sold a 52 Bowman Mantle, 51 Bowman Ted Williams.
What did you pick up, though?
My biggest pickup was a nice Willie Mays museum collection auto, 20 out of 20. So I got that from a
Say
guy
hey.
that just walked up to the table, and sometimes those are the best deals you can find at a show. They walk up to you, they need some cash. Next thing you know, you got a card in your hand that wasn't even on display.
Yeah.
You're an
Hey, some
animal.
guys really do keep their best cards behind, and then like if you happen to ask, hey, you have any Justin Herbert by chance? Oh yeah, I have a Superfractor 101. I just didn't put it out. Not that there's a high likelihood of that happening, but you know, some guys really do put their nice shit to the side, and then like
Definitely.
you ask, like they'll pull it out, pause, and you know, you get to see some good
You
stuff.
wheel and deal. That's what it's really
Wheel
all
and deal,
about,
man.
is wheeling and dealing.
This isn't a pickup from this weekend, and I think this is in a couple videos, but
It's the thickest card I've ever
this
seen.
is a card that everybody always looks at in my showcase, and they're like, yo, how many Jordans you got? It's one. It's a 2003 Upper Deck Exquisite Collection, Michael Jordan. This is a UD Signature Kicks. Has a piece as the laces from a pair of Jordan 5s, 2 out of 10. I slabbed it at the National because it was a thick card and it was in a slide case. This card's, thicker than a Snicker. So I just wanted it in case I don't want to fuck it up
Only way to
anymore.
describe it.
Shit, man.
But I got this one in a trade from Jimmy, Kentucky basketball card. So I just wanted to show this because it's a cool card and it's just interesting.
It's a
Let's
conversation
fucking go,
starter.
baby. That's what it's all about. Make
Make
connections at these shows too, Ty.
always.
That might be the biggest part.
You only live like an hour away, and I met you for the first time at Dallas, I think.
Nah, before that.
Where
We've
did I
known
meet
each other for 10 years on the gram before we
yeah.
met, which is insane, you know?
But where did we meet? Like actually, like met in person.
It was...
I think it was Dallas.
Man, that's crazy, bro. That's like...
I go halfway across the country.
Fucking,
And they live in the same state.
I don't know.
I think.
Crazy.
What? I think we got one more thing to talk about, right? How to sell our cards.
How
We
to
talked
sell.
about comps. It kind of runs into how to
Kinda
sell
goes
our
hand in hand,
cards.
though.
But besides card shows, we talked about shows a bunch. What are some of your other favorite avenues to sell cards?
Going about selling, I mean, I use Instagram, I use Facebook, I use blowout cards. I
Blowout,
do some
interesting.
in person. You know, right now with the whole, economic status, I'm shifting more towards cash deals. I'll take that cash in my pocket all
Yeah.
day.
PayPal's starting to.
Regardless
Crunch.
of where I sell, though,
Biden,
I think
man.
it's important to build value.
Biden's
That's big.
No politics.
Biden's gonna be fucking us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not politics. It's straight up he's trying to eliminate people making extra income because the government. He feels it. Not only him, but the government feels like, oh man, we're missing out on a bunch of money because these people aren't declaring it and they don't have to. So let's force them to fucking declare it. So he wants $600 minimum. I think it's gonna end up being $10K. Something's gonna end up getting passed, but that's a big thing to think about in the future. Selling shit like you're talking about
It's
cash.
huge. It's going to totally change the way the market works right now. People are not going to want to do as many digital transactions. And I think that's something we got to start thinking about now because the turn of the year is coming.
I think the shows are just gonna be bigger at that point. You're just gonna see, a lot more cash deals going down because people are.
Does
Yeah.
it
Why
does it
pay the
shift to a
fees?
buyer's market because dealers are so hungry at that point for the cash?
Well, shows are just gonna be more. It's gonna be more deals going on because they're gonna want the best price, and at the end of the day, if you're buying those big cards on eBay, the tax is on eBay, and I'm not
Yeah.
shitting on eBay at all. But if you're buying a card for
can
like
shit on them,
$1,000
it's
bucks, yeah, you can.
Fucking suck.
They've done a lot of stupid
Well,
stuff.
I feel like a lot more people are going to be going through consigners because those are the people that
They
are
get
going to
the
have
big
to
money.
deal with it. And a lot of consigners pay out in cash, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. But I think consigners are going to have to be worried about this shit because they're selling other people's stuff, which they can't declare as making money because they're only making a small percentage. So I think it's going to be interesting. I think the online market will take a little bit of a hit, but certain people will benefit and certain people will have to find, different ways, to sell stuff. So if you're looking to consign, I got a great guy you can go consign with, Teddy, TNT North NJ. You can drop off to him. He's a great consigner in the Jersey area.
Shout out.
Well deserved.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I think that's
I'm
about it.
kind of, we'll see.
You ready
Yeah.
for a fireball shot, buddy?
I don't want to
No
Shit.
shots. No shots.
in Nashville, but we're gonna get wild.
Yeah.
But podcast number 7,
In the books.
Lucky number 7.
In the books, lucky
Shout out
number
Shawn
7.
for joining us.
Hell
We had a
yeah.
great time, and I'm glad to be back. Took a couple weeks off, so
Anytime,
You know,
fellas.
Busy guy.
Anytime.
It's hard to get Casey in the stew, you know.
in the stew. But again,
Stew.
for next time, drop some comments what you want us to talk about in the next podcast. We love suggestions. Again, DM us on IG if you have anything.
Make sure you subscribe first of all.
Subscribe.
Make sure you like the video. Drop a comment. Tell your friends, your mothers, your brothers, your sisters.
Especially,
Spread the word and go take a profit.
yeah. All right, guys.
Have a good one, guys. See you later.